Hey guys, hopefully my internet is not super terrible. Lost our internet connection yesterday at like between 3 and 4. We didn't get it back today until 11 something. Hi Blaze. They said that there was 2 connections down on the streets, like out in the streets that were bad, plus like a branch had fallen on the wire. Fantastic. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Crystal. How's everybody doing? Right now, I'm currently trying to catch up on weather. Have you all seen? It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Hence the title of the live today. Are you ready? Because the weather that's coming alone is crazy. Color be surprised that I've made it to a live as it's actually happening, right? I know. I haven't even watched your guys' polos yet. I haven't caught up. I've had so many other things that I've been doing. There's a lot. It's been snowing all day, but it's bizarre. Y'all, it is so weird. Like it's melting and snowing at the same time. I still have green grass. Like we had 7 inches of snow on the ground. At least 7 inches of snow on the ground. And underneath my maple, there is still green grass just everywhere. It's so bizarre. It's so crazy. Hello, Mr. Tito. Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. So I got this morning when the trees were all white, I went out and I took some footage, which hopefully will end up in a video somewhere. And then I went down and like showed the green grass. So bizarre. Hi, Marina. Hi, Patrice. Hi, Raquel. So yeah, it's weird, but I'm trying to catch up right now on the weather because it's not done yet. I don't know if any of you are over in California or if you know someone who is in California, warn them. I think Alameda County, there's quite a few places over there that they are putting out evacuation orders right now because the rain just is not going to stop. The atmospheric river that is coming through, there's 4 more storms that are due to hit one right after the other. And it's not going to quit. So Lindsay says we still have green patches of grass and it was 63 this week. I know. So bizarre. This year is something else. That's what it is. It's something else. One of my very favorite movies ever, The Day After Tomorrow. So maybe that's why I like the weather stuff so much. But I'm like, Day After Tomorrow. Are we like heading for our next ice age? Is that what we're doing here? Ramping up for the next ice age. So exciting. I love that movie. I actually started watching it last night when we didn't have any internet. So I had to watch a disc, but I had to watch something that I didn't want to watch Barbie. But I wanted to watch something that was safe enough that if Bella came in, she wouldn't get upset by it. So we were watching that. And then she has to watch, one of the scenes in the movie. She goes, Mommy, do you remember that movie where the guy has the rings and he fights his fodder? It's like, oh, Shang-Chi? Yeah, that one. It's like, okay, we can watch that one. So we ended up, me and my 2 girls that are here right now, we ended up watching that. So it kind of turned into a girls' movie night with Shang-Chi. And I still have to finish The Day After Tomorrow. Yeah, I still need to watch that. I actually really like watching some of those videos, those movies, because they give you ideas. One of my favorite parts of that movie is the homeless guy, who in the library is taking the papers from the books and he's shoving it in between him and his jacket. And he's like, newspaper works best, but it creates that pocket of insulation for you. It keeps you warmer. Like that kind of stuff. Like that could be really important in any kind of situation if we were to lose power. My new favorite movie is the 2000 version of The Grinch. Second favorite is The Rock. Oh my gosh, The Rock. I haven't even thought about that movie for years. Wow. Anything with Sean Connery, honestly. Yeah. That. Yeah. He was my crush growing up. I don't know if he's still. Nah, he isn't still. Is he still alive? I'm not allowed to ask that. I don't know. I know he was knighted, but other than that, I don't know. Thank you, Blaze. I should just know. Blaze is gonna answer me every time. Tech support. Wow, it's probably been 15 years. I used to be obsessed with Twister, also one of my favorite movies. Yes, but when then The Grinch came out in 2000, I bumped Twister to third. I love it. Twister, let me see. Dante's Peak is another one. Like, did you all notice that? Oh, he died? When did he die? I missed this. Did you ever notice that like Dante's Peak and Volcano came out at the same time, and Armageddon and Deep Impact came out at the same time, and there's always like a Bug's Life and Ants came out at the same time, and you have to like pick. Do you remember that when like all the digital movies weren't a thing and you had to decide like which one was I going to buy unless you bought them both? But I almost always picked wrong. I almost always picked the wrong one. I got Ants thinking that it was going to be good for the kids, and Ants was definitely not as good for the kids. Like Bug's Life was way better for the kids. Ants was more adult stuff. I always picked wrong. Always. So, yeah. Me and movies, not good. Track record. That's the word. Track record. So what are you guys doing? What are you planning for the next round of bad weather? I've listened. Wow. I've listened to several. There was Weatherman Plus, and then I'm watching something else right now, which is, he died when he was in 2020. Wow. I had no idea. Direct Weather is the other one that I'm listening to right now. I guess the next storm that's just off the California coast, just off the West Coast, they're actually sending the hurricane trackers into it. It's that big. Like this thing is massive. And they are sending the hurricane plane into this storm so that they can track it better to give us a better idea of what's coming, because it is so huge. There was the evacuation orders in California. There was actually a death where we lived in Fairfield, California. That was one of the 2 deaths from this last storm in California. Girl was driving and she hydroplaned, and she ended up in a utility pole, and she died from it. So it's not going to stop. Like these are going to keep coming, and then it makes its way across the entire United States. So what we've just gone through is not over yet. And it's actually probably not even the worst of what's coming, because for those who are getting so much rain, now your ground is wet and it's saturated. Now whatever comes after this could just be a flooding hazard. I think that they said the whichever river they were talking about in California is up by 40 feet right now. It's absolutely crazy. 15 feet of snow is predicted in the higher elevations of Northern California with this next storm over the next week, another 15 feet. So I want to know what you guys are doing. Are you preparing for this? Are you going to be in the way of this? Any suggestions for anyone who is in the path of this storm? The evacuation orders tell people you need to get out before the storm starts, because once it starts, you will not be able to move and we will not be able to get to you, because the roads are going to be so bad. They said you will not be able to call 911. Nobody will show up. the weather is going to be so bad. So that's what I want to know. Are you guys in the path of this? Do you have plans? They also said, I think it was 185,000 without power right now. And that's residents. That's like homes that are, or buildings that are without power. That doesn't include all the people, you know, in each home. So I think they said about 185,000 without power right now in California. It's just going to get worse. It's just going to keep coming. So I don't know, for us, I don't know that we're going to get a big storm yet. I'm kind of feeling and thinking like ours might not happen till February, March, April, something like that. Sometimes we get a really big like April blizzard. Kind of wondering if this is one of those years where we're going to do that. Sean Connery died on Halloween in 2020. He got out before the really crazy stuff happened. Wow. He was 90. Yeah, he lived a good. He lived a good long life. Independence Day. Yes, Will Smith. And Jeff Goldblum. I just watched one of the y'all. I almost never watch movies ever, and recently I have been making a priority to spend more time with Bella because when her brother and sister aren't here, she gets very lonely. So we have been speaking. Oh, not Bella. I've been spending more time with her, and she's been wanting to watch more movies. And then my husband's like, well, wait, if she gets a movie, do I get a movie? Plus, when it starts snowing, like there's only so much you can do outside. I'm not out harvesting. I'm not out doing all that kind of stuff. So I'm actually able to sit down and enjoy a movie. I watched I think it's the most recent Jurassic Park. Not positive though, but it has Jeff Goldblum and the original cast from the original Jurassic Park. It was actually pretty funny. I enjoyed that. But yeah, I remember Independence Day. Lindsay says, too bad that water can't make its way to Texas. Lake Travis is less than half its normal depth. I wonder if some of these storms might make it over there. Yeah, like Blaze said, just not all at once. Please and thank you. No. There is so much stuff going on. It's absolutely crazy. And then I think one of the videos said that we may get those really cold temps again. It's bizarre. Right now it is 32 degrees. And it's snowing, and it's never 32 degrees ever in January. Ever. Like it just isn't. And we went 20 hours without the Weather Channel. For me, that's like a big deal. I like the weather stuff. I'm sorry, 34 degrees. It's 34 degrees and it's snowing right now. So bizarre. So everything's melting. I can hear right outside the window, the rain pipe, the downspout.
Rain pipe?
Wow. I can hear it just like dripping and going while I'm watching it snow. It's really weird. That's just all there is to it. We have light snow for a little while longer. It's going to be gutters. That's the one. The downspout pouring. I'm a little teapot. I can't think of it. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, what are you guys doing? Looks like the rain is not going to make it to Arizona. We could really use the rain. I should check in on my parents and see how they're faring.
Probably.
Up in the mountains. Yeah, this weather isn't great. Too warm, too much green. Dude, I'm not used to green in winter. This is our... Hi, Ford. Ow, I hurt myself. This is our third winter here. And there's never been green grass before. Ever. That was a California thing. Because it only rains in the winter in California. So everything is brown all year long. And then in the winter, everything is green. It's completely backwards. All of our kids that grew up in California were like, the rest of the world is backwards. Yeah. California is the only one that's backwards. That was pretty funny. Too warm, too much green. I completely agree. I'm over it. So, yeah. That I'm watching the weather. I'm watching the sky. I'm trying to figure out what's going to come next. What do I need to do to keep everything going? I really hope that we don't lose power, because right now my method of watering the animals, well, right now I can just use the well pump that's out there because it's not frozen. It's fine. And it's a frost-free one. It's usually pretty good down even to the negative temperatures. But I like to take a hot bucket of water out there so that it doesn't freeze for quite as long. But if we end up losing power, then I have no way to get hot water unless I put it on top of my stove and heat it up and then take it out to the animals. But we have the creek, so we can filter the creek water. Well, I mean, for the animals, I can just take it straight out to them. They poop in their water. They can handle the creek water fine. But for us, we can filter out the water. We can go get buckets and gallons and whatnot to be able to like flush the toilets and things like that. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. 2023 started off with a bang for a lot of people. Lindsay, did you ever find the lid? And where did you find it? Asked Blaze. Yep. We're not really in the path of the storm, but we're still stocking up on medications and some food things, stuff like that, so that if we cannot make it to the store, because rain and snow don't go very well together. So now that it's snowing, it's probably going to rain after this and then turn it all into sheets of ice. We should ice skate all the way to the store. Takes me 20 minutes to drive to the store. I can't imagine how long it would take me to ice skate to the store.
Especially since we're not the most graceful on ice.
Oh, yeah. Me and gravity. It's kind of a sad thing.
Now I want to go ice skating.
Vernia. No, not Vernia. You are Vernia. Bella does too. Bella wants to go ice skating too.
Go ice skating.
I vote in the dishwasher. Lindsay, yeah. Why is it that the lids are always the ones that disappear? Although with me, it's the opposite. It's always the container that disappears, and I have way too many lids.
Yeah, I don't know where your containers went.
Maybe they started like hiking down to Lindsay's, and they're gonna go hang out with Lindsay, and I'm gonna end up with all the lids.
Some legs and
exactly. Yeah, I skate to the store and the shelves will almost be empty. True story. Yeah, so I actually need to hop off here pretty soon. I need to go to the store and go get a few things while I can, because I don't know what's coming next. It's going to be crazy.
We need to restock our freezers.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. Anyways, be aware of the weather wherever you are and the atmospheric river that is continuing to apparently used to be called the Pineapple Express. I didn't know that because it comes from Hawaii and it like flows over and then like comes into California. I never heard that. Anyways, we got more of those, like a lot more of those that are coming. So be aware of that. If you know of anyone that is in California that maybe could use this, share this video with them. Go point them to, like I said, Weatherman Plus. And then the other one was, what did I say? Direct Weather? Is that what I said? I don't remember. Yeah, Direct Weather was the other one I was listening to right now. Because Ryan Hall has not put out a whole bunch on these current storms. I'm sure he will. But Weatherman Plus, he's put out several things. I know, Jennifer, we've been talking about that. Yeah, California. It needs it, but not all at once. It really doesn't, especially with those redwoods. They're so tall and so heavy. So when the ground becomes saturated, bad things happen. Actually, one of the deaths, there was 2 deaths in California from the past storm, and one of them was a toddler. He was like 2.5, and a redwood fell on their mobile home, and he was killed. And because of the situation, because of the weather, the helicopter couldn't get there. So they ended up having to drive him in a pickup to the closest facility, and he did not make it. So be aware of what's going on. Oh, you lost 2 trees in your yard. Ooh. Yeah, we had 5 redwoods in our our yard in California in Fairfield, and we cut them in half. Honestly, we had a tree service come out and take a solid 35 feet off of them because they were 70 foot tall. They were so tall, and we were so worried.
Really that big?
Yeah, we were really worried about them coming down on the house. So we had the trees topped. But we hired someone to do it professionally. I don't know how to do I can figure out how to feed and water an emu and butcher it if I have to. But trees is a whole different thing. So we had those cut down. Hopefully it helps the person that bought the house to not fall on the house. Yeah, so I'm going to let you guys go so I can go run to the store. I hope that you guys are not in the path of these next storms. And if you are, I hope that you are, yes, safe and looking at ways to protect yourselves. Yeah, Jennifer, the Bay Area is swimming 100%. I pray that you guys make good decisions and that you're able to find everything that you need and that you stay out of harm's way. Please hit the like button and share this with anybody. Go share the other weather app things to let people know as well so that they can be safe. The more we can get the word out about the weather that is coming, the safer we can help people be and the better decisions that they can make. So anyways, I will see you guys on the next live. So have a fantastic weekend. Bye, guys.